Hey you guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to just be working on the mutable signs. So if you're one of the beautiful Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces, this reading might be for you. The reason I want to do that is because I personally am a Pisces myself, and I kind of feel like, um, sometimes we have this cross energy. Sometimes we pick up on I think the mutable signs because we're transition type signs. Um, we're that flexible, adaptable, in good or bad times, whatever it is, we make the best out of things. Not to say that any of the other signs don't do those same things, but that is basically what we are known for. So I thought I'd like to share maybe these four signs. So maybe stick around, see what the cards reveal, and if this resonates with you, we'll go through it and see what's going on in your energy. So see what's going to come out here. I've been dealing with some allergy stuff, so I don't know if anybody else is subject to the drippy nose type thing, but I have been lately, and it is a bummer. We got three cards coming out right off the up here, so let's see what we got. I'm gonna try to get four of them. Got the Nine of Pentacles, the Death, and then the Ace of Wands. So somebody's thinking about maybe an investment of some kind. Um, Putting an end and the beginning of something new. Could be relationship. We got the Ace of Wands that showed up. So okay, we had two of them flop out. Two queens. Okay, got the Queen of Pentacles, and we got the Queen of Cups. Um, I'm not going to be biased and not include this, but usually when two queens come out, this could be male-female relationships. Um, that's beautiful. Um, and we do have the Ace of Wands, so this could be a love type relationship. It could be a lustful type relationship because the Ace of Wands is kind of a very emotional, could be sexual in nature. What relationship is not? Of course, I guess there are those out there that remain abstinent, but me, I like to do it. But anyway, so the Nine of Pentacles is telling me that somebody's working on something. Now, this could be working towards that relationship or the ending of this relationship because you do have the Death card that showed up. Okay. Hopefully that's showing up on the screen there. But yeah, you notice the Bishop down there. He knows that, bringing on death is transformation, right? It's alchemizing past trauma or, lessons learned. And, the death comes to anybody, no matter whether you're rich or poor, single or in a relationship. So that's actually a beautiful card because it represents a purity and transformation. So with the Nine of Pentacles, maybe you could be in an investment type situation, but I feel like it's more invested into this other person. So we have the two queens now. With the Queen of Pentacles, um, she's very earth bound, very grounded, and she's got her shit together, so to speak, right? And so there's no tomfoolery with her, and very driven, very passionate towards investment, and that means relationships as well, investing. So, and then we have Queen of Cups. Now this other queen here, you notice she's the only one with the lid on a cup, and it speaks to the intuition. It speaks to the self-reflective side. So it seems like there's a pretty good sense of groundedness in if this is a relationship wise. So this could be speaking to somebody here that there's two emotionally well charged individuals. I'm going to guess feminine because of the two queens, but it does not necessarily have to be. This is an energy, though. And it could be very well two male individuals. But I see a whole lot of passion, you know, and so I'm not right. I'm not. Let's see if we can get that to show up there. But anyway, if it doesn't, Ace of Wands. So very passionate, very emotional, emotionally charged. So let's see what questions maybe somebody might be needing to know here. I love these cards. They're beautiful. They've got the gold trim. It's a gold trim set. And whoever made those, they're just, I'll have to maybe look on them. Look on there and see who it was that did that. They're just beautiful. Okay. So we had the Ten of Swords and it came out in reverse. So Ten of Swords always represents kind of a quick final blow, you know, an ending to something very quickly. But in this case, maybe something's being put off. There's a stagnation. There's a I'm not sure, but I'm putting things on hold. You know, things came to an abrupt, they're not ended. So maybe you're in the middle of something with this situation. You know, it could be financial ties. Like I said, from the very beginning, we started off and we had, you know, the Seven of Pentacles. So the Seven of Pentacles talks about, you know, all these pentacles over here that he's staring at are all investments of some type. This could be relationship. This could be money, financial. It could be a business you started. It could be, you know, I just bought a car. It could be, I've got payments on the car or whatever it is. But you notice there's that one single pentacle down at the bottom there. And it's kind of like I've planted this seed. Now I'm just kind of kicked back waiting to see what's going on here. And when it was followed by the death card, so that kind of led me to believe that somebody's putting an end to something. Or so that's why I say this Ten of Swords is in that reverse position, kind of in a stagnant type scenario. So let's see what wants to come out and tell us. Draw for us here. Okay, we got the Knight of Cups. Excuse me, Knight of Cups. So there's another offering here. Maybe, you know, the Knight is charming. The Knight is all about romance and, you know, bold, brave, very forward. You know, it's a sign of confidence. So perhaps maybe there's something in this relationship that's not, you know, wait a minute, maybe, you know, I just kind of got the notion maybe somebody's about to propose. Maybe. We had such an emotionally charged beginning here. The Ace of Wands, the investment. Or maybe somebody is, so we got, yeah, got choices here. Two of Swords popped out on me there. So somebody's got some choices to make here. Some decisions to make, you know. This is kind of a scenario where you're just wondering, I need more here. I need to clarify what. It's not really giving me a whole lot to go on here. Let's see. Uh-oh. Okay. So now we have the King of Pentacles. Okay, so maybe somebody has come in. Perhaps maybe this is a situation where, you know, maybe it's throuple. You know, there's a King of Pentacles that showed up here. We have both Queen, and then we have the Tower card. This also could be that there has been a King of Pentacles snooping around someone's back door. With the Two of Swords showing up right after the Knight of Cups, it kind of tells me that there's been an offering made. And now there's some decisions, you know, because with the Two of Swords, it's like heavy on the waiting game here. I'm not sure how that's going to play out. Perhaps you have not exposed this information to somebody. We have the Tower card, okay? So the Tower is the upheaval. It's the what this could do to this relationship that's coexisting right now. Um, so interesting. If this is for you, like I said, this may or may not resonate, but it sounds like maybe there's somebody has come into the picture. I don't know. King of Pentacles, you know, very grounded nature too. Maybe somebody works together. They work at the same place, or they're in the same business together. And this is just kind of transforming into you know, a relationship of some kind. And but it may cause some friction, you know. And with the tower, you know, I'd say if it was in the reverse position, you know, it's kind of like, well, that decision is you're putting it off. But this kind of feels like you're either in this situation right now or this is about to happen. So maybe what you're trying to know is, you know, how do you move forward? And I don't think any card's going to be able to answer that. You know what I mean? That's already played out in your head already, and you already know the answer. But I am seeing a tower, so that is suggestive of, you know, that there is going to be a breaking down of systems. It could be a breaking down of communication, lack of communication that causes friction. Could be, you know, all in your head too, because the tower, you'll notice the crown at the very top, you know, talking about the crown chakra, you know, so in your head a lot. Everybody is either playing victim or not, you know what I mean? And uh, upheaval, definitely. So shocking news. But you have the Two of Swords, so there's a choice, right? You lean into that choice, and let's see what's up. Let's see what's going to happen here. Sometimes the tower's necessary, right? Maybe there's moments where the communication doesn't come out, and you know, or somebody refuses to listen. That could be a case. I'm not really getting that. I really saw the, you know, very much maturity with these two cards, you know. Sorry. Yeah, I mean, both queens like this. These are not, you know, they're not rum dum. They're not idiots. Okay, so we got the Knight of Wands. Right on. So yeah, there's a romance there, definitely. You know, this knight, you can just tell he's a charmer, right? Doesn't have to be male. Could be another female. But we did see the, you know, King of Pentacles, so it just kind of leaned me towards more of a masculine energy. I just sneezed outside. Bless you. Because I'm tight. Yeah, so the Knight of Wands. So some romance there. So, and it's got you bound up because we got the Eight of Swords that popped out right with it. Okay. So you're all in your head about this, but you know there's an illusion taking place, right? That's an illusion card. You can remove those bindings. You can remove those, you know, wraps that are around you very easily and remove that blindfold, turn right around, walk towards the castle. You know, so it's an illusion card. It's all in your head. It's got you bound up about something. So, you know, we also had voila, but in reverse 10. So, you know, the eight and the 10 together is all about that putting things off. We saw the tower. It's just a lack of communication. There's a lot of swords there. Swords is a, you know, a Gemini sign also, you know, but communication, right? So maybe you're putting something off here. Let's put these back into the deck here. I don't like to use a lot of decks, uh, mainly because I feel like, you know, you see one tower. I don't think you want to see two, right? Who wants to see two, um, you know, negative type cards? It's not to say that's a bad thing. A lot of people do it, but I just feel like this one deck was always been that one deck for years, you know. So I'm gonna shuffle these up real quick. Right now, I kind of feel like it's communication so far. You know, we had the Felix show up, and there's a romance involved in this because you know it's indicative of you know, lots of romance taking place. The Ace of Wands, you have the Knight, and you have the King shows up. So maybe somebody is, there's some jealousy taking place. Part of that tower. Um, Please one more time. We get to come out here. What do we try to get an answer on something here? What should I do? Right off. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, that's awesome. Yeah. Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords shows up whenever there is definitely some communication coming in. And it's not only that, it's like this is going to answer your question. It's divine. Okay. And the hand coming out of the clouds is a definite answer. Now, a divine answer means that answer is going to challenge you in the soul, challenge you in the heart space, challenge you in things, So I just be prepared for whatever it is. But I feel like it's communication, Even if you're with somebody, you're still capable of talking to that person. And, I'm not getting any kind of vindictive here, nothing like that, at least not yet. Nothing popped out like that. So I just feel like it's just a lack of communication. Maybe you're nervous and scared to present this to somebody. Like I said, and I got the feeling maybe like throuple relationship, you're trying to invite somebody into a relationship and you don't know how they're going to feel about it. It could be a husband, a wife, could be husband, wife, whatever. And they're bringing somebody in. Yeah. As soon as I said that, right? We had the 10 of Cups. So yeah, this is a harmonious thing. And, I like to stop on a good note. I'm a lover. But mutable signs, we are lovers. We are very emotional. We pick up on things. Excuse me. That's beautiful, right? So what I really am getting, it's very peaceful to me. Especially when it comes to relationships. Those are there's nothing else more important in this world to me. I mean, than connection. And I feel like the main thing is this communication. Maybe somebody's waiting on an answer from their partner how this is going to go. And like I said, the expect moments with the tower, for clashing of ideas and things, but allow space. Respect others' viewpoints. But the main thing is that if this is really that important to you, um, sometimes you might feel alone in that, that response. And now I'm starting to get kind of a heavy feeling on that. I could imagine that would be a tough situation to be in, but I feel like it's all about communication in the end, no matter what. So anyway, I like the reading. That's pretty cool. I hope maybe somebody got something from this. There's not a lot to say. It's just communicate. Talk to your partner, especially if um, it seemed to be a pretty good tight bond there with the cards that I pulled. So don't lose that. That's important. Um, Remember your friends first, right? And it grew into something. So anyway, keep growing with it. Right. I love you guys and I appreciate you coming by. See you on the next one. Bye.